Hi kids, in this session you are going to learn about Vellore Revolt 1806. First we will see for what purpose this Vellore Revolt it was happened. Before reducing all Palakas of South Tamil Nadu into submission, the East India Company acquired the revenue district of Salem, Dindigul, Coimbatore as well as Tanjavur. After the suppression of resistance of Kattabomman and Marudu brothers, the British charged the Nawab of Arcot with disloyalty and forced a treaty on him. According to this treaty, in 1801, the Nawab was to cede the districts of North Arcot, South Arcot, Tiruchirappalli, Madurai and Tirunelveli to the company and transfer all the administrative power to them. Next, grievances of Indian soldiers. How the Indian soldiers were treated by the English people. The sepoys, they were only given the very low salary, as well as for them they are not given any promotion. If they are giving the promotion also, they are not raised their salary. The English army officers, they ill-treated the Indian sepoys with the new experiments in land tenures causing unsettled conditions and famine breaking out in 1805. Many of the sepoys' families were in dire economic straits. The trigger of the revolt came in the form of a new military regulation notified by the Commander-in-Chief Sir John Cradock. According to the new regulations, the Indian soldiers were asked not to wear caste marks or earrings when in uniform. When they are in the uniform, they should not mark any caste. Caste marks will be, they will mark, isn't it? If the Hindu people means, they will mark that what is that one, pattai, like that, and namam, like that they will mark there. And the Muslim people means what they will do there, they will use that cap as a to denote about that they are belonging to the Islamic religion, but they should not wear like that, and they were to be cleanly shaven on the chin and maintain uniformity about how their moustache looked. The new turban added fuel to fire because the new turban, it had the cross. Okay, the turban which the British people asked the sepoy to wear, that one had the mark of the cross, so that also it was not liked by the soldiers. The most objectionable addition was the leather cockade made of animal skin. The sepoys gave enough forewarning by refusing to wear the new turban, yet the company administration did not take it. Outbreak of the revolt. On 10 July 1806, in the early hours, guns were booming and the Indian sepoys of the 1st and 23rd regiments raised their standard of revolt. Colonel Fancourt, who commanded the garrison, was the first victim. Colonel Makeres of the 23rd regiment was killed next. Major Armstrong, who was passing the fort, heard the sound of firing. When he stopped to inquire, he was showered with bullets. About a dozen other officers were killed within an hour or so. Gillespie's brutality. Major Coates, who was outside the fort, informed Colonel Gillespie, the cavalry commandant in Arcot. Gillespie reached the fort along with a squadron of cavalry under the command of Captain Young at 9 a.m. In the meantime, the rebels proclaimed Fateh Haidar, Tipu's eldest son, as their new ruler and hoisted the tiger flag of Mysore Sultan in the fort. But the uprising was swiftly crushed by Colonel Gillespie, who threw to winds all war ethics. In the course of suppression, according to an eyewitness account, 800 soldiers were found dead in the fort alone. That 800 soldiers, Indian soldiers. 600 soldiers were kept in confinement in Tiruchirappalli and Vellore awaiting enquiry. Consequence of revolt. 6 of the rebels convicted by the court of inquiry were blown from the guns. 5 were shot dead, 8 hanged. Tipu's sons were ordered to be sent to Calcutta. The officers and men engaged in the suppression of the revolt were rewarded with prize money and promotion. That means for the British people, they gave the reward as well as the prize money as well as promotion. Colonel Gillespie was given 7,000 pagodas. However, the commander-in-chief, Sir John Cradock, Adjutant General Agnew, and Governor William Bentinck were held responsible for the revolt, removed from their office, and recalled to England. The military regulations were treated as withdrawn. Estimation of the revolt. What the estimation of this revolt? The Vellore revolt failed because there were no immediate help from outside. The Vellore revolt became the seed for the Great Rebellion of 1857. The only difference was that there was no civil rebellion following the mutiny. The 1806 revolt was not confined to Vellore Fort. It had its echoes in Bellary, Walzabad, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Nandyark and Shankaridagh.